Okay, we got an extra little test server this week, and it's testing the user interface and this new battle mode, Beacon Rush, which is the one where you spawn on captured beacons. A couple of little issues with it, as in, if a couple of you gets killed and you choose to spawn on a particular beacon, you end up spawning on top of your teammates, which is annoying to say the least. And there's the new user interface, which is still, I don't see many changes because the beacon bar is still tiny, and the ability button, you still need to hit it about 10 times before it decides to do anything. So let's start with something relatively quick with a ROG, just so we can grab beacons, and then we can consequently spawn on them. See, this guy hasn't got the idea at all. Once you've grabbed the beacon, you could then bring your heavies and then respawn on that beacon. So I just lost the game. What, did I lose it? I think I lost it. Where the Reds just ran straight into our spawn, captured our home beacon, and then the rest of their team ditched and then just respawned in our spawn, which was quite funny. Thought that was a good idea, actually. I'm going to try and grab the middle while I'm here. I've forgotten where it is. Somewhere near me. So now it should give me a little map with a choice of the beacons, and so I'm going to choose that one. And as before, you end up spawning backwards, which is kind of annoying. So, as I've been saying for a while, it's going to be handy to learn the beacons by their letter. I mean, it's luckily for me, I already know them, but it's going to be even more important if this goes live soon, because you're going to be wanting to know which beacon you're spawning at. So let's see if I can grab the middle quickly, or keep it, should I say. See, the ability button is just not working. There we go, finally. Very dim-witted. Four times I had to press it then. God, what is wrong with that? I tell you, the ability button, got even the direction button there, wasn't working, so it's still very glitchy, unfortunately. Okay, that's that guy gone. I'll grab this guy as soon as he's got his back to me. Now, thankfully, the one thing I have noticed with the user interface, it's not tilted anymore. Thank God they've stopped with that silly idea. They've just raised it higher, so it's a lot easier to hit the target lock button, and you're not going to get any weapons confused. So that's one good change that they've made. I just wish that the ability button wasn't so slow and stupid. Okay. And with this kind of weight that you have as well, very annoying. Now mollets are shredding, so I want to grab that guy really, but we need a beacon back, that one ideally. I mean, look at that again, I'm walking in the total opposite direction I want to be. Not me just being a bad player, I promise you. No, I can't see where that guy went at all. Probably died, I just couldn't see it because it's very, very choppy. Oh, see, wasn't paying attention. Should have remembered that whoever dies is obviously going to spawn on the beacon that's red. So you've really got to be paying attention to what you're doing. Now he's just died and he could spawn again in front of me, which he has done. And someone else has as well. Fantastic. Oh, I should have gone the other side actually. Remembering he spawns backwards, so he's going to be facing that wall when he spawns. Oh no, he's a teammate. What am I doing? Turn around. See, that's a problem. Spawning backwards, it kind of leaves you in a little bit of confusion as to which direction you want to be pointing. Which is very annoying, to say the least. So, I've maxed out, but let's have a look at the top there and look at see if we can see the beacon bar, which is still quite small. It looks kind of even at the moment. Let's try and find a teammate. There's one. Now he's forgotten as well that people are going to be spawning on his left. So let's see where he spawns. I'm guessing he'll go to the middle. Just waiting for... Yeah, so say you haven't got any beacons at all, you can still spawn at your spawn location if you're 5 capped. So you've got the choice of beacons and your own spawn to actually spawn from. I'll say spawn again just because I said it about 10 times in that sentence. Now there you go, you can just see tiny little bit left on the beacon bar. I mean, to me that looks like it's run out now, yeah. And it's defeat now rather than lose, which is strange. I will give feedback. I'm doing it now in commentary. So, quite a poor game. I joined Dread Robot. I joined his clan for this. Area 51 is his clan. But he's quite an avid writer. He did an article recently that's worth reading, for those that haven't. Oh, all the buttons are very dim-witted. I was trying to go back to Hanger then. So I'll put the, because of the update, I'll put the Punisher Griff, something fast, well, 2 things fast, and the usual suspects. I will do one more game in that mode, so you can press to battle and then you get the choice. I'd press domination, but nobody's using it because we're all trying the new mode, so I've just pressed it, but I'm guessing that I would have to wait for ages. But I like this. I doubt it will, but yeah, it's not going to, because who'd want to play the normal game when you can play Beacon Rush mode? Same with this, you get the information on the bottom just to remind you which mode you're in and what you're doing. I'm okay with that. as long as it doesn't slow down the waiting time if it was ever to go live. Well, it is going live apparently in the future. And here we go. No dash bots, but the American bots are there. So let's jump in the little Jessie. There we go. With my America. Oh yeah. See what I did there? Hello. I should have probably gone and got my spawn beacon, but come on, get out of the way, silly boy. I'm trying to help you. So I'm kind of going to play fast and loose. More than anything, to try and get a spawn beacon closer to their spawn. I've noticed aphids are curling much better. They've had a little damage buff, but they're also flying slightly better nowadays, which is kind of cool. But you've really got to watch those punishers, because they do punish. I'll just, there we go. Look at that. I'm running backwards and my hand was nowhere near the controls. So yeah, work still needs to be done on that. This is the beacon I kind of want to capture really. Sorry buddy. Come on, switch. Thank you. That should finish him off. Now my buddies can spawn on this beacon because it's blue. And I'm going to do the same with this beacon, just to help my teammates. Oh. And obviously some other, you've got to remember they can spawn on it as well until it's turned, so. Oh, stop running in the wrong direction, you silly thing. Okay, I'm going to turn it now. If I can. So I get wiped out. Yeah, I'm going to get wiped out. So I want to be spawning at Beacon D because it's the closest to where I just was, which is what I was talking about, the benefits of actually learning which beacon is which. If you know them by letter, oh, this is going to be much easier. Okay, my main goal is still to get there, and I'm running sideways for absolutely no reason, nowhere near the control. See, they can still spawn at their spawn point, which is on the hill, and they can spawn at the beacons, and most of them are choosing to spawn on the beacons. Oh, he had me see you. I need to get out of here. Fury. Ooh, look at our home. See, they had the same thought as me. Now, I might actually. I don't need that. I hate being told twice that my legs are damaged. I mean, I saw it the first time. I don't need it coming up twice. Now, on this one, I'm going to spawn on our original spawn site to take this guy out that we're looking at now. And I actually chose the wrong robot, which is my bad. Come on, target lock. Everything is so dim-witted this weekend. Well, this weekend. This test session. The buttons are slow to respond. But I am loving the way where the fire pad is now, and the fact that it's not at an angle, because target lock is much easier. I mean, they could even make the target lock and switch button much bigger. Now they've raised it up slightly. They could just make it into a big, huge circle, which would be fine by me, because you're not really looking down there for any other reason. Throw some aphids, and then give them the orc and pain. New target. Time to back off. Now I'm guessing he's going to